So as the year ends and we get ready to face the new year, what happens is that most people quickly decide that they have not been living their life the way it should be lived, that they have not lived up to the ideals, that they have not met their goals. And on January the 1st, there is a long list of resolutions that have to be done. So you'll always find that when you go to the gym in the beginning of the year, it's crowded. It's crowded. Then by February 15th, all those resolutions have gone out the window. Because whenever you take up something and you think that it's going to be for the rest of your life, it's overwhelming. It's too much to do. So I am asking you this year, as the resolution for 2022, put up one motto everywhere around you, and that is, live today, today. Very simple. Live today, today. We forget this. We forget this. We are constantly torn between our regrets from the past, things that we didn't do right, goals that we didn't achieve, desires that rose up that could not be met. We feel so much regret, so much sorrow, so much sadness. Or we propel ourselves way into the future, in the world of fears and anxieties and stress. All of this takes you away from the moment, what is happening now. Life has to be lived right now, this moment. And the entire spiritual quest, my entire journey for the last 5 years has to be to remind everybody, happiness is your birthright. Happiness is your nature. This is who you are. If you just let the mind go, if you just let the mind slip, there it is. It is there. It is waiting to be experienced. It is the mind that constantly tries to take over, constantly reminding you, oh my God, your work is not done yet. Oh my God, your boss is going to shout at you. Oh my God, there are deadlines to be met. Oh my God, that your children didn't do this. No one took you're walking into a place. Oh, I don't know if anybody's been vaccinated yet. So many thoughts. Have you ever thought about how much it goes rapidly, one after another, one after another? It takes you a good 15, 20 thoughts before you say, oh my God, what am I thinking of? What am I doing? And that's why I'm asking you to post little post-it notes all around your house, next to your refrigerator, next to your bed, next to your phone charger, next to the refrigerator, on top of the microwave oven. Live today, today. Just a reminder that whenever you're caught up, you never realize it, right? If I asked you, how did you drive home from Walmart? Would you even remember? Publix. You got into the car and then you were home. Correct? Who remembers which traffic light you stopped on, who was standing at the traffic light, what color it was, how was the sky, how many birds were flying in the sky? Who remembers any of that? None of us do. We don't pay attention to the moment. This motto, live today, today, is just a reminder that you stop those thoughts. You stop the chain, one after another, one after another, one after another. Bang. And say, I am here. Take a deep breath in, let it all go. And by doing that, just by doing that, you've broken the thoughts. You are practicing being present, being right here, right now, in the moment. And this is all you need to do. If you don't live your life right now, if you live your entire life fearing about things that did not go so well, and fearing for things that might not go so well, then there you are in the middle of mind stories. You're listening to stories your mind is throwing at you, and they are not true. They are just not true. And it doesn't matter how well you train yourself. It doesn't matter how many years you've been meditating. Meditation is only the first step. It jump-starts the process. The real work is during your day, catching your thoughts that make you anxious, thoughts that make you sad, thoughts that make you feel less of a human being, thoughts that make you feel depressed, thoughts that make you feel superior, thoughts that make you feel prejudiced, thoughts that make you feel angry. How many thoughts and how many bodily reactions are we getting in the course of a day? Do you even know? Can you even catch them? Live today. Tomorrow is not a given. Tomorrow might never come. There is nothing like tomorrow. Neither does the sun rise, neither does the sun set. The sun just is, the moon just is, and you just are. You just forgot that that is all that's happening. You just are, just like millions of people just are. We like to believe that we are, oh, I am Kanchana, I am a writer, I am this, I create these stories, these little myths around me about how I should look, how I should talk, how I should behave, what I should post on Facebook, what is appropriate on WhatsApp. And all through the day, I'm either being governed by somebody else's ideas of how I should live, or by these stories that my mind is churning out. This is good, this is not good. I like, I don't like. I like, I don't like. I'm sad, I'm anxious, I'm depressed, I'm happy, I am sad. This constant buffeting of emotions is what causes disease, is what causes trauma. The mind brings back situations that have in the past been traumatic for you. And you say, no, I cannot deal with that. And you push it down. You go to something else. But it never really goes away. Traumatic thoughts never really go away until you acknowledge and release them. And this life, not only has it given you all this, this is your past. Your past has given you so much. You are an accumulation of sensations, of sanskaras. And these come up all the time. That is why some of us are frightened of certain things, are quite all right with something else. What bothers Karni is not what bothers Radha. We all have our little pockets of stress. But all stress, all anxiety is because you are simply projecting yourself away from the center. You're going either to the back or to the front, to the past or to the future. And neither was there a past and neither is there a future. We live in eternal time. There is only now. There is only now. The closest you come to the divine, the closest you come to the source, is in the moment. The past is nothing and can never be experienced except as a memory in the present. And the future is nothing other than imagination of what might never happen. So why are we moving from these two extremes? How often are we coming back to the center? That is really the practice of presence. And if any of you have listened to Eckhart, this is what he'll go on saying. Practice being, practice presence. What is that? How do you practice being? How do you practice presence? By just dropping the mind. And how does one drop the mind? Except by understanding that the mind is doing this to you. And that's why make the motto for 2022. Live today, today. Live today, today. One motto, one resolution. And let it carry you through. Because in the moment, when you keep slipping back, the more you slip back, the more you're connected, the more you realize the happiness, the more the joy, the more the influence around you, the more the good stuff happening. This is how it works. It is as easy to be happy as it is to be miserable. All you have to do is just get back to the moment. Say so what to the past? Say so what to the future? It doesn't matter. You are here right now. You are here right now. And even as I talk, there is a dialogue going on in your head. What is she talking about? What does she know what my life is like? Does she have any idea what it's like to be in my job, with my children, with my parents, with my problems? There is judgment going on all the time. There's a dialogue going on all the time. Or you're saying, yes, she's quite right. I need to do this more often. I need to practice this more often. We have an internal dialogue all the time. And it's so difficult to realize when it takes control. It is not until you've gone into the 10th or 15th chain of thoughts, that ladder, one after another, and when you've gone into the 5th thought itself, the body has started reacting. The hormones are getting released. You've thought about a time when you were extremely stressed. Some post in Facebook that triggers something inside of you. And you're thinking about it and it's like, oh my God, she's going through the same thing. I remember, oh my God, it happened to me. And I was like that and I should not think about this. This is really terrible. And by the time you've done all that, the heart is beating rapidly. The adrenaline has started pumping. Cortisol released into your system. How many times in a day is this happening? Again and again and again. We're going to past and to the future, to the past and to the future. Awakening is not an experience. It is not something like lights going off. It is just dropping that mind, even if it is for 10 seconds, and saying, I am. That's all. I am. Practicing being right here, right now, just for a second. And in that second, there is a moment of joy, a moment of bliss, a moment of release, a moment of acknowledgement, a moment of surrender. And that's all you need to get back to the center. Use this motto and live this year free, unburdened, unfettered, moment to moment to moment. It's all about today. If you are happy today, you will be happy tomorrow, which is today again. You will be happy the day after, which is today. Because everything happens today. If today is successful, that's all that matters. Because the future is just a collection of todays. Live today, today. Om Namah Shivaya.